Masculinity's true definition is lost. We need responsible men. Chapter 2. Beyond physical appearances. Walk down the street, scroll through the internet, and you are bombarded with images, curated and filtered, designed to elicit desire. This constant barrage can warp your perception, leading you to believe true value lies in the superficial. But this is a dangerous lie. The human being is far more complex, far more nuanced than a photograph or online persona. Reducing a person to an object of desire is a disservice to both of you. It leads to a shallow, unfulfilling pursuit, leaving you empty and dissatisfied. Many fall into this trap, chasing fleeting pleasure instead of genuine connection. But there is a better way, a way that values character, intellect, and spirit. This is the path to true intimacy, to a love that nourishes the soul, not just the senses. To truly see a woman, you must look beyond the surface. Engage with her mind, her heart, her soul. This requires effort and vulnerability. It's about listening, truly listening. See her dreams, her fears, and accept them. Physical attraction should ignite a deeper flame. A relationship built solely on physical attraction will crumble. True intimacy comes from shared values and respect. In a world that often demands perfection, embracing self-compassion can feel like a radical act. It's about giving yourself permission to be human, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. Self-compassion is not about self-indulgence or making excuses. It's about acknowledging your struggles and treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. When you cultivate self-compassion, you build resilience. You become more capable of facing life's challenges with grace and strength. And this, in turn, allows you to extend genuine compassion to others. So remember, being kind to yourself is not a weakness. It's a profound strength. Life is a battleground. Every day we are bombarded with challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. The weight of the world, the expectations placed upon our shoulders can feel crushing at times. It is in these moments of darkness, when doubt creeps in and self-criticism rears its ugly head, that you must learn to be your own ally. This is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of true strength. Many men are taught to suppress their emotions, to toughen up, and never show vulnerability. But this stoicism, while admirable in certain contexts, can become a prison when misapplied. It can lead to a buildup of resentment, anger, and frustration, ultimately manifesting in destructive ways. True strength lies in the ability to acknowledge your own suffering, to treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a loved one in need. Imagine a friend confiding in you about a difficult time, sharing their pain and vulnerability. Would you berate them for their struggles? Would you tell them to simply get over it? Or would you offer a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and words of comfort and encouragement? Why then do we so often treat ourselves with such harshness? Why do we deny ourselves the same grace and understanding that we readily offer to others? Self-compassion is not about wallowing in self-pity or making excuses for your shortcomings. It's about recognizing that you, like everyone else, are deserving of kindness and understanding, especially from yourself. It's about silencing that inner critic, that voice of negativity, and replacing it with words of encouragement and support. is about recognizing that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for learning and growth. Boundaries are essential for maintaining a healthy and balanced life. They protect your well-being, your time, and your energy. Without boundaries, you risk becoming overwhelmed and burned out. Setting boundaries is about self-preservation. Recognize your limits and ensure you have space to recharge. It's okay to say no and prioritize your well-being. Teach others how to treat you by valuing yourself and your time. Now, gentlemen, let's talk about boundaries. Setting boundaries is about fundamental self-respect. Imagine a castle, a representation of yourself. Boundaries are the walls of your psychological castle. They allow you to dictate what you will accept and who can enter your life. Without them, you become susceptible to manipulation and resentment. Setting boundaries is a hallmark of maturity. It's about having the discipline to say no to what is easy in favor of what is right. Establishing and maintaining your boundaries will require courage. It will be uncomfortable. People, particularly those accustomed to violating your boundaries, will push back. They may attempt to make you feel guilty or ashamed. You must be resolute. It is far better to endure the discomfort of discipline than the chronic pain of regret. The man who sacrifices his well-being to appease others is not a hero. He lacks self-respect. Setting boundaries is not only about saying no, it's also about saying yes, but with conditions. Engage in relationships and activities that align with your values and goals. Boundaries provide the structure for a life worth living. Embrace the discomfort of discipline and the rewards of living by your values. Gentlemen, actions speak louder than words. It's one thing to talk about values, boundaries, and maturity, but it's another to live them out. Your actions will always reveal your true priorities. When you consistently act in alignment with your values, you build trust, both with yourself and with others. This trust is the foundation of all meaningful relationships and achievements. Remember, it's not enough to know what is right. You must also do what is right, even when it's difficult. Let's delve into a crucial aspect of discernment in relationships. Maturity is seeing someone's lack of effort as their lack of interest. Words are hollow without congruent action. It's easy to get lost in promises whispered with feigned sincerity. But talk is cheap. It's the currency of the insincere. Actions demonstrate true intentions. Words might speak of respect, but actions scream indifference. A mature man isn't swayed by empty pronouncements. He draws conclusions based on tangible evidence. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. Don't squander your precious time and energy on those who offer nothing but empty gestures and hollow words. You deserve more than lip service. You deserve the alignment of words and deeds. Invest in relationships that are mutually beneficial and enriching. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. Discipline, gentlemen, is the cornerstone of a life well lived. It is the currency with which you purchase your goals and dreams. Discipline is the bridge between aspiration and achievement. It's about making choices that align with your long-term goals Discipline is not about perfection. It's about persistence. So invest in discipline, gentlemen. It is the most valuable currency you will ever possess. Discipline extends beyond the physical and financial. In relationships, it fosters trust and intimacy. In intellectual pursuits, it fosters wisdom. In spiritual practices, it fosters meaning. True freedom is earned through consistent effort. Embrace the challenges discipline presents. Within those challenges lie growth and resilience. Discipline is the architect of a meaningful life. Life is a series of choices, and inevitably, some of those choices will lead to outcomes we wish we could change. The past can be a heavy burden, filled with what-ifs and if-onlys. It's like carrying around a backpack full of stones, weighing you down with every step. We've all made mistakes, taken wrong turns, and stumbled along the path. But to fixate on these past missteps is to deny yourself the opportunity to learn and grow. View your past mistakes as valuable lessons learned. Each misstep has provided you with knowledge and experience for a better future. Embrace the lessons, integrate them, and move forward with courage. Chapter 8. Your urges are your biggest enemy. So you might be thinking, Dr. Peterson, you talk about accepting yourself, warts and all, but you also emphasize the importance of self-improvement. How can you reconcile these seemingly contradictory ideas? And it's a good question, one that often trips people up. See, the truth is, self-acceptance doesn't mean becoming complacent. It's not about resigning yourself to a life of mediocrity. It's about acknowledging where you are, who you are right now, without judgment. It's about recognizing that you are good enough, even as you strive to become better. Because let's face it, the alternative, constant self-criticism, and a refusal to accept yourself until you reach some arbitrary standard of perfection, well, that's a recipe for misery. Gratitude isn't a magical solution to life's problems. It's not about ignoring difficult emotions. It's about focusing on the good, even when things are tough. Gratitude requires conscious effort. Actively look for things to be grateful for. Start a gratitude journal. Write 3 things daily. Make gratitude a regular practice. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.